Have you ever really thought about what happens when the cameras stop flashing, the lawyers go home, and that courtroom gavel finally comes down? We're about to get into the wild, kind of unsettling world where celebrity culture slams right into the U.S. prison system, a place where a gilded life can turn into concrete bars, just like that.
Right. 1 minute, you're walking the red carpet at a premiere, and the next, you're swapping a designer suit for a prison jumpsuit. The life you knew, it's gone. The verdict is in, and a whole new, much harsher reality is about to kick off.
So, this is the big question, right? You're famous, you've been found guilty. What happens now? I mean, really, what happens? Once all the appeals are done and the sentence is real, where do they actually send you? And maybe more importantly, who do you have to become to survive behind those walls?
Well, for a famous inmate, the sentence the judge hands down is really just page 1. The real story, the one that defines their experience, is all about where they end up, and that can lead to two profoundly different ways of doing time.
Okay, so on one side, you've got minimum security, what people call club fed. And on the other, you've got the concrete jungle, a high-security penitentiary where just getting through the day is a struggle. You have to understand, these aren't just different prisons, they're basically different planets.
So first, let's take a little trip to the best-case scenario. And, try to prepare yourself for the incredible hardship of serving time in a place that honestly looks more like a summer camp than a correctional facility.
And yeah, this really paints a picture of the struggle. We're talking open grounds, okay? No fences. You've got arts programs, not riots. Instead of constantly watching your back, you're probably just waiting for your ceramics class to start. And the supervision is, let's just call it, relaxed.
So a typical day might go a little something like this. You wake up pretty much whenever. You think about your day, should I paint today or am I feeling more like sculpting? And then you get to spend your whole afternoon just mastering that potter's wheel. It's truly grueling stuff.
I mean, this quote says it all, doesn't it? Your biggest problem isn't survival, it's aesthetics. It just perfectly highlights how completely disconnected this whole experience is from what most of us think of when we hear the word prison.
And get this, in an environment like this one, being a celebrity isn't a liability. It's like a social superpower. You're not a target, you're the most interesting person in the room. Your fame actually makes your time there easier.
But let's just pause there for a second, because this cozy, almost ridiculous reality we've been talking about, it's only one side of the coin. For a lot of other famous inmates, the gates swing open to a world that is the absolute total opposite.
All right, now, welcome to high security. Forget everything we just saw. Here, the rules are written in violence, and your public profile isn't an asset, it's a massive, glowing target painted right on your back.
The main language spoken here? It's extortion. This isn't about making friends or learning a new craft. It's a brutal economy where safety is for sale, and if you're perceived as having any money at all, you are the #1 target.
Inside the concrete jungle, your name, your face, everything that made you famous on the outside now makes you a prime candidate for what is essentially ransom. Other inmates don't see a celebrity, they see a walking ATM.
And that price for safety? It's steep. We're talking a protection fee that can be thousands of dollars every single month, paid to other prisoners just so they'll leave you alone. This is the constant, terrifying world that celebrities like Todd Chrisley are dealing with in high-security prisons.
So, what we've got are two completely different universes. One is about pottery, the other is about protection rackets. And it really forced you to ask a pretty serious question about the justice system itself.
Now, this slide here, this just lays it all out so clearly, it's kind of shocking. Look at the key threat in Club Fed: boredom. Seriously, compare that to the concrete jungle, extortion, and violence. It's not just a different experience of prison, it's a completely different definition of punishment. So here's the bottom line, the crucial point. Your sentence isn't just about the number of years you serve, it's about how you serve them. The fact that someone might land in a minimum security camp instead of a high security pen suggests that wealth and status don't just vanish at the prison gate. They can literally change what punishment even means.
And that leaves us with one last, really unsettling question to think about. If the severity of your punishment can be so drastically altered by your resources, if it can be turned from a genuine hardship into a mere inconvenience, then is it really punishment at all? And what does that say about the fairness of the whole system?